Hey guys, Nate here with Nick
I
and
Scotty from Scotty and Patty.
and we are going to be
Also,
discussing the most recent video, or most recent movie, Star Wars.
woo woo. Dun, 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 dun.
don't.
All right. So what's first on this wonderful movie that was loved by millions of people? Where do we even start?
Well, we could start that how powerful you think Kylo Ren was.
He was very powerful. You're dumb. You think he's not powerful, and you're so wrong. You're
I
so wrong.
I said I
He's
didn't
the
think he was
least
nearly
powerful.
as powerful as most of
No,
them.
no, no. Your words exactly were he is the least powerful dark side enforcer human being, whatever you call him. You
Sith
said he
Lord.
was the least powerful Sith Lord. That's what you said.
I
Now,
think he's
here's
a
my
little bit
problem
of
with that.
a spaz.
You say he was a spaz.
He
He had
he
very bad
is.
anger
I'm saying
issues.
I won't deny that. Yeah, he has anger issues. Here's the thing. First things first. In the beginning of the movie, it shows how powerful his force powers are, where he literally stops a gunshot.
That's true.
Has
I won't
anyone
argue that.
has anyone ever done that before?
I won't say
And
that
Nope.
I couldn't, but
on top of that, continued on with a conversation while still using the force and concentrating on that, pretty much holding still. First off, most people would probably have to like complete concentration to hold that thing still.
And plus, most of them that I've seen
Literally,
had to keep their hand out. He didn't even do that.
yeah. I think the handout thing is just for like I don't even I don't think anyone actually has to do that. I think that's just
They
like
they could have
to
left it
ease your
out though.
mind a little bit. But
They could
yeah,
have
I
left that
just
part out though. But
he stopped a gunshot.
and you're saying none the
Who
others
is
couldn't.
powerful enough to do that? Nobody tried.
No one tried, but no
He
one
did.
really too much had to that I remember. Now, granted, it's been years since I've seen
There were
most
many
of the
there
movies,
were,
but
there were many many times where someone could have tried to stop one before. Either way, he still stopped a bullet, and that showed how the fact that he had stopped it and held it in air and simply walked around alone knows that he is very good with the force as it is. The
Yeah.
force is strong with him.
yeah,
Another thing is that when I just lost it. Oh my lord, I'm dumb. Whatever. I lost it. It's gone.
all right,
Well, you can also read people's minds.
that's true.
That he didn't really read their mind.
But
I felt like it was more reading their feelings, if any. Well, yeah, he could read their minds.
yeah, he could just
I don't
like
know. Yeah,
there's the picture of him.
yeah.
Very, I like his mask a lot.
He had intense kind of mind control. It wasn't. It was like mind torture,
Yeah,
and I thought that was really how the way he could like torture people with his mind like that. He may have not had the best single-handedly lightsaber dueling skills as most Sith lords did,
no, that's why I think he was
but
fairly weak, is because he that right beat him.
here's our other argument. In that fight, many things got confirmed there. First off, he literally had just been shot by the bowcaster. That is the most powerful gun in Star Wars history. I mean, we've seen multiple times in the movie when a stormtrooper got shot by that thing in the chest,
Oh yeah,
he goes flying like 20 feet backwards. When Kylo Ren got shot by that bowcaster, it like hit him, and he didn't fall back or anything. He simply like fell to one knee and then got right back up,
yeah.
and then um went after Ray and Finn.
Yeah,
Now, first off, to be able to walk at that moment, he was probably using a lot of his force power to even walk.
that's true. There's no way
I
he
can
would have
guarantee
been
it.
able to walk
Because,
normally because that had to be hit hard. I had to hit
yeah,
hard.
that was a very. I'm surprised he didn't die right there. On
Well,
top of
Ray
that,
also just saw him murder his own father, which pissed her off, so or made her mad.
Yeah,
yeah.
she was
But,
not a
like,
happy person.
also, though, it pointed out that Ray was strong with the force,
Oh
as it
yeah,
is. So
she had no
she
training though.
had that. No, 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 no. Everyone says that she didn't have training, but if you looked, she was good with that staff, so she knew melee. She could fight. So you can't
Yeah,
say that she had no skill. She may have not been
I didn't say
skilled
skill. I said
particularly with a
training.
lightsaber. She skilled is the same thing with training. Like you have
No,
skill with
you can
something.
have
Anyways,
natural
whatever.
talent
Oh
and
my god, we're not
skills that
arguing about that. Okay, she had training though with melee combat though.
Yeah,
So she had some idea, and a lot of people were complaining about Finn was able to fight him. Finn's a stormtrooper. They're literally raised as a child to be good
yeah,
fighters. Now, in the movie, they may not all be portrayed as that, but some are very good fighters in the movies.
yeah,
Finn was probably one of them, where he was trained as a child to be able to handle themselves in battle. He portrayed that when he fought Kylo Ren, that he knew how to fight.
yeah,
So it's not. I don't think Kylo Ren was weak, a weak person in general. I think he was weak at that moment because he'd just been shot by the bowcaster, and instead of running away and trying to heal himself, he went after them. So he's already injured as it is. He's probably using a lot of his force power to keep himself even standing up. Like then he goes and fights them.
yeah,
Ray probably used some kind of like force power or something. I don't know. That's what it seemed like. She's like the force, and then all closed her eyes and then became a great fighter.
yeah,
I think it was more of she just like the. It was more the first time she was fighting him. It was out of fear that she wasn't doing very well, but then after that she was able to put on a good fight because she just didn't fear him anymore. I
yeah.
think that's what it was.
And of course,
Because
anger
I don't
played a
think you
hand
just
into it as well, because everyone gets stronger when they're angry.
no, no, no.
At least I
I
do,
don't think
personally.
she may have been sad, but anger is
For
the
being, for
is the
killing, for killing, yeah, names are evading
but
me right now.
anger is an ally of the dark side.
Yep.
Remember that.
Yeah, it's true.
So she was probably holding back anger, but either way, I'd like to point out that that last scene in the movie where Rey is holding out the lightsaber to Luke Skywalker was way too long.
Uh huh.
That scene was 5 seconds too long.
That should not have lasted nearly that long.
Yeah, it just kind of dragged on for a little bit. You're like, all right, it's great. We see him.
Yeah, we see the guy, we see Luke
I mean,
Skywalker, and now why are you still showing this to us?
Well,
yeah,
that scene could mean a lot of things.
I'm not saying it doesn't mean anything. It's just they had it for too long.
There's no
A lot.
reason to
It
have
can
it
mean
that long.
anything, no matter the length of the scene. It just felt like it was too long because
Well, I wouldn't be
they just shot
surprised.
the same thing.
I wouldn't be surprised if Ray is the daughter of Luke Skywalker.
That would not surprise me in the least
Yeah,
either. Nothing
I mean it's
confirming it
obvious.
yet, but yeah, that would be really, really not
Whoever her
surprising.
parent is, whoever her parents were, she's a very strong force dweller. Unless it's like Anakin's case where he didn't even have a father, his mom just had him out of pure force.
Yeah.
That's literally what it was to Anakin, where was born through literally force power. Uh, I still don't understand it. Where Anakin's mom, they said in the first episode, fourth movie ever made, but first episode, blah blah blah. Where his mom said there was no father ever. She just had him, and then pretty much he had intense force power. There was like a reading in it where it said like he had like this much force power, and it was like over the charts, like it's over 9,000 type thing. But
Love that reference so much.
Well, there was a reason why Yoda feared him.
yeah.
True.
Luke Skywalker kind of let his guard down with Ben.
Yeah, a lot of controversies over that, on how he became part of the First Order. What pulled him to the dark side. I think the bottom line to it though is that maybe it's because his parents like forced him into it, maybe,
Well,
or he
in
just
the
had too
movie,
much Darth Vader in him.
in the movie,
What were
they
you
did
saying?
say he had a lot of influence from the Supreme Leader.
Yeah, which means somehow he met him. I think we can all agree that. Oh my god. Snoke is Darth Plagueis. Or Plagueis. However you pronounce it. Do you know who I'm talking about?
Eh.
Darth Plagueis. He was a villain. A very. He was a good villain. But I can't remember much of the story.
Yeah.
But I really can't remember much about him. But there's a lot of speculation that Snoke is Darth Plagueis. I can't remember how to pronounce it at the time right now, but I'm hoping it is, because that's cool if it is.
Yeah. Hmm. So, on to Han Solo then.
Um, what about him?
It's death. I hated his death, and he had just had
Did
to.
you?
Yeah, I didn't like it. He just every case of that happening, just someone walked up to the Sith Lord and just they all die. It's never a good thing.
That's what Ben Kenobi did.
Every single time it's bad. You just don't do it.
Obi-Wan.
Yeah. I hate that they do that.
Why?
I just don't like it. You know you're going to die if you walk up to them. It's just it has to
Well,
happen.
Leia told him to bring his son back.
So you walk up to
Yeah,
him and
so
get
he, I
stabbed.
mean, he felt. I mean, Ben or Kylo Ren tricked us into thinking that he was gonna be kind of on their side for like a, a second and a half, maybe is what I'll say, because it was as soon as he held up the lightsaber. For a second, I'm like, oh, maybe he's serious, and I knew it wouldn't last, but I had a feeling that maybe he's gonna try. But he uh, then he held the lightsaber out to him and didn't let go. I'm like, oh, he's gonna kill him. I know it, or he's
Yeah.
gonna try something. But I wasn't surprised that Han Solo died. Also, it kind of got spoiled for me. Someone said that Indiana Jones died, and that pretty much, yeah,
Well,
I gave it away quite
Harrison
easily.
Ford said the only way he was going to do this movie is that if his character died off because he was tired of doing it.
Mm.
Yeah,
I'm trying to remember which one of these
I
is
mean,
my.
I can agree with it. I mean, he's old too. I mean, if
Yeah.
you saw in like some of the scenes, he wasn't moving very fast. I don't know if you guys caught that, but when they were running from that one bad guy thing, he wasn't moving very fast. He was a little wobble there. It wasn't much.
I'm trying to remember. I have a Millennium Falcon picture, but I'm trying to remember which one of these tabs it is.
The wonderful Millennium Falcon. I love how they show that in the beginning.
Yeah.
When you actually
That's
look for it, they
my
show it
ship.
before it actually gets showed.
What?
That guy was fat and disgusting. The seller. I can't
That's
remember his
my
name
ship.
or if it even had a name. But
Let's just call him the fat junk man. Drunk alien.
Alright, I have no idea which one
That
of
will
these
get
pictures
you
is
half a
Millennium Falcon.
Porsche.
So, I don't want to spoil a bunch of pictures, but I want to know which one that is. I mean, yeah.
dun, 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 dun. Dun, dun. I love that.
The theme song.
Yeah, it's a fantastic theme song.
Love it. Alright, so. Oh, cool, I actually got it. I didn't expect to hit the Millennium Falcon. Alright, so. I came across. I'm gonna close that tab. I came across the picture of them on Starkiller when they're in the
Mhm.
ships trying to destroy the reactor. That is my next picture that was shown. I was actually kind of surprised to see how much bigger Starkiller was than the Death Star, considering I hadn't seen the movie in so long, or any movie so long.
Well, the Star Killer destroyed an entire system, while the Death Star
Destroyed one
destroyed an
planet.
entire planet.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so it has to be massive.
Well, it sucked up the entire power of a sun, so
Oh, I wish I had a picture. That'd be a cool picture.
you see what happened when it got destroyed, though?
I'm trying to recall parts of the movie now.
When it got destroyed, the planet imploded in itself, and like a new sun was formed. How much power was in it?
It's so crazy how much power that thing takes. But it is
That-
an entire planet hollowed out. You have any idea how long that take?
Well, they had millions of stormtroopers, so
Yeah, so much manpower to hollow out an entire planet. And then actually to build it is on top of it.
that's why it took like almost 30 years.
Yeah. Alright, so I think this is my picture. And that is not, that is Ray.
Do you remember that scene where Ray gets the lightsaber and
Yeah.
there's like a lot of voices are going off and there's a lot of just random things happening in a
When she
vision?
discovers she has the Force.
I wouldn't say that's when she discovers she has the Force. It's when the idea comes up, if anything. But when there's this point in it where like when she's in the snow and you hear Kylo Ren's lightsaber open and come out, you can hear Obi-Wan Kenobi say Rey. You can hear him say her name. It's not him actually saying the name. Using a like a sound thing from one of the previous movies when he says like rain or something. And they just took N out of it and they put Rey.
Well,
Yeah.
And they
my
did a
interpretation
lot
of
of
that.
everything, so.
Well, my interpretation of it is that Luke Skywalker was calling for Rey. That's why she kept hearing her name while she was having that vision quest.
I mean, I don't think it was Luke. I can see why it would be Obi-Wan Kenobi
Yeah.
actually saying her name through the Force, and that's like when she's finally more of hinting that she does have the Force.
Yeah.
I think even more. Um. What was it? I like how they forecalled the fight scene or whatever the word is for it. I can't remember what's forecalled. I don't. That's probably not the word, but
They foreshadowed it.
where they foreshadowed. There it is. Thank you.
There you
Nick.
go.
They foreshadowed the fight scene in the snow.
Yep.
And I don't know. I just really like that. Maybe I'm just a
It was
loser
a
here.
warning, I think.
Likes dub things. Yeah. Or that maybe it was like maybe it was like using that to kind of like tell her like, hey, when this part comes along, you're gonna want to know how to use the Force by then or something like that.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well,
It's
it,
like a
it,
funny
showed,
way.
it showed her being on the planet, not like it showed her in the base.
Yeah.
Then it showed a scene, the fight scene, and a major motif or symbol in it was
Big words here, buddy.
was Ben. Well, I like to say it that way because that's his actual name. Was in all of them.
Yeah, that's true.
It was like she feared him a little bit.
Yeah. That makes sense.
Because she did say she was being haunted, the man in the mask.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And that
I remember that.
takes his mask off, and you see a mix between Severus Snape and Voldemort.
Oh yeah, that's another thing. Everyone kept saying like they were getting mad that him and Han Solo don't look alike. But if you look at the first movie that came out, Han Solo, it looks exactly like, not exactly, but they actually look alike.
Yeah, and you gotta take into account that Han is now old.
30 years does a lot to a
I
man.
know. That is a lot. Like
Yeah, that is.
I was annoyed. People like originally I was like, yeah, he doesn't really look like Leia and Han Solo, but once you look at like that's a lot of years where
Yeah.
they're older now, so they don't look at all. Yeah, like a kid. Like my grandma doesn't look like my mom because she's like 80 years older than her. But you don't see me yelling at them like, why don't you two look alike? Like,
I can totally picture you doing that.
yeah. Mhm.
Wait, you don't think you do that?
I no, I agree with you. A lot of things, a lot of people complained, as well as the actor who played Leia. She got mad because they wanted her to lose a little bit of weight before the movie, and I can understand why why she would get mad about it. Like, I don't want you to force me to do this,
Like, dude,
but
you're
I
becoming
mean,
fat.
you have to look at the people who originally saw it. Princess Leia is this beautiful lady who they remember. They don't want it to. They don't want the movie to start and it be some ugly, disgusting hag. And sorry to say it, but I mean, I'm not saying she would be if she had a few more pounds. I'm not saying that at all. But I mean, some people would think this is not Princess Leia at all. What are you doing? You know.
Yeah.
And even they took the title princess away in the movie.
Leia
It's
Organa.
like yeah,
General
it's
Leia
like
Organa.
General, yeah, Organa. And
Leia Organa has entered your zone. Defeat
do you
her.
think that when they named Ben, it was kind of like a callback to Obi-Wan? Do you think that's why they named him Ben?
Yeah. I mean, there was a lot of callbacks to this movie. You know how many throwbacks they did?
A lot. I know that much.
Like there was one where Leia was talking about how Han Solo was gonna leave Hoth, and she got mad at him. And he's like, "That's why I did it, because you'd miss me."
Yeah. I hate to do this to you, Mr. Nader, but this has to be done. I'm going to send you a picture.
Alright.
I'm sorry. It's be done though.
I'll accept it.
Alright, so let me so back to the Han Solo doesn't look like his son enough. Look at this picture and you will see why. Everyone who's ever said they don't look like is wrong, and you will realize why I'm right, and I'm a smart human being.
Well, he looks like
Their
Cedric.
outfits even.
Alright.
Look at this. Look at this photo of old or young Han Solo, I should say. Old meaning back then.
Yeah. I will look as soon as I clear this room and don't want to die for my viewers.
They look similar, actually.
Yeah.
Alright.
In my opinion,
I forgot all those pictures there. They do look alike.
see? And everyone got mad about it because they didn't look alike because his oldness. It's just. Because he's old. I'm sorry, but I think it's dumb.
I wish you would have pulled it
I
up
love
earlier.
how-
We have all those pictures on YouTube now. All those pictures that you got sent earlier.
You sent those, you
Shh.
freaking. Whatever.
Let's not go into
I'll
that.
say I sent them. I found them. I looked for those personally. I looked for those pictures of Rey, and I did all that. That was all me.
I mean, the picture
As
of
you
Rey
can
was
see
me.
by how they were sent from a Nader's.
I mean, they were only
No,
up for
but
a split second, but those are your favorite pictures ever. I just know it.
Make sure to pause on that moment. Go back and pause on that moment right now so you can see what the pictures were.
No, I'm fine.
So,
No one needs to know what I send you. I knew you'd like those
Yeah,
pictures.
every-
You told me you liked those pictures. So
I think that Rey is hot as heck. She is smoking.
I remember I did send you that
And-
picture, and I did accidentally show the race picture already. So if you want, I can go back to Skype and show that again.
I think Rey is like the hottest character ever in Star Wars, in my opinion.
Yeah.
I know for a fact people are probably going to agree or disagree with me.
There's gonna be those that
I
agree,
think
those
she-
that disagree, and those that have no opinion.
Really,
I'm going to
really
stick with the no
pretty.
opinion side.
Okay.
What?
That's what?
I heard you. I don't know which one of you it was, but I heard one of you. I like to stick on the no opinion side. You got a problem with that?
Do you think? Do you think Chewie helped raise Ben?
Well, I saw that.
You see that picture?
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, like Chewie helped raise Ben. And what if he loved him to a point where he actually could have killed him at that moment when he killed Han, but he kind of didn't want to kill him, so he actually like aimed somewhere else. Like, what if he actually had him in his sights like a headshot or something, and he aimed at his like stomach area, or like maybe even tried to graze him just to injure him.
It's a possibility.
It is. It is. I tell
I
you
just-
what.
I wonder. No, well, okay, I'm gonna address this. there was thoughts of making Poe, making him gay. And that was like a big thing that people wanted to happen, I guess, because they liked the tension between him and Finn. If you know what I mean by tension.
Yeah.
Sexual tension.
Well, what about in between Ray and Finn?
Well, yeah, that might happen, but also everyone wants those two to be gay together.
It's called fan fiction.
It is.
Oh, you've heard of it? You've
It's-
read it before?
I've heard of it. I've heard.
And for our lovely viewers, this is Isaac's favorite picture, or Scotty's favorite picture of Ren. Or Ray, yeah. Shh. I said nothing. I can't speak tonight. Alright? I can't speak. I'm tired. But as your beloved picture.
Slide away. Yeah. Fun from Guatemala.
He was cut out so bad. I know why.
I don't really have a problem with making him gay. It's if Disney is up to making him gay. That's the true test. Is Disney up to it?
Yeah.
Not if people will accept it. I
Is
mean,
Disney
I
actually
wouldn't
going
have
to
a
do it?
problem with it. I feel like it would be just pointless though to make it in it. Like,
I
nobody
saw no
cares.
tension between those two. They were basically in two scenes together. One scene where he hugs them.
Everyone liked that part where he was like, "Is that my jacket?" And then he's like, "Oh yeah," and he started to take it off, and then everyone's like, loved, like the look he gave him after. He's like, "Nah, it suits you, man." Apparently, he like bit his lip or something, and that looked like really, I don't know, just like everyone was like, "Hey, he must be gay," and everyone was like, "Oh, he's gay now." And I don't see a point to it of like making him gay. I don't like. What would it do? What would it do if even if Finn and Ray are supposed to be the ones who go together? What would making Poe gay do to that story then? It would just make things
End the
sad
Star
and
Wars
depressing for
franchise.
him. It would
End
just
the
make
Star
no.
Wars-
It would just make him sad and depressing because he doesn't get Finn, and then it would make everyone who is gay or wants to be gay or liked the idea of it being gay all mad because he didn't get the guy. And everyone get me mad about it, and then everyone would have to go suck it up and go home, and they'll get on the computers and type about how bad Star Wars was because their gay best friend didn't get the one they wanted. Yeah, I don't think they should do it now. Now that I've really thought about it, they shouldn't do it because then it'll just mess up the storyline.
Yeah, it's already been out, and
Unless
they
they
weren't gay
plan
before,
making
so.
Finn gay, or they introduce a new character to be a boy. I don't even know. I don't see a point. I'm done talking about this guy. What about BB-8? Speaking of Poe, BB-8 was his little buddy. BB-8 looks like a cross between R2-D2 and Death Star.
I can see it.
That's what. You know that scene in the first movie where he's
Yeah.
creating like an uplink or something? It takes like 3 hours. That's probably what it was. He was just doing it with the Death Star, and that's what came out. BB-8. That's what came out when they had their child. He was fully made in all the circuitry. And that's what, yeah. I'd like to take a moment to talk about the Hitler scene. Everyone knows what I'm talking about, the Hitler scene.
Yeah.
where the First
No wonder they
Order.
called themselves the First Order.
That was their plan all along. They just wanted to get rid of all the aliens. They didn't even care about the people. They just want to kill all the aliens. They're practically the Nazis.
Yeah.
Where they're just the guy. I think the guy. He's. I don't know the.
He was
What's
the
the word I'm
general.
looking for? I know he's general. That's what I'm talking about. I don't know voices very well or whatever. I can't think of the actual word. So I'm just gonna say voices. I don't know if he was. I think he was German, so it made it all the more accent. That's what I'm thinking of. I think his accent was German, so it made that scene all the more Hitlerish. And I'm sorry for any Germans that think that's racist, but you guys are the ones who started it, so don't blame me.
Yeah.
So,
You gotta put it.
seriously though, it was like a real hit. It was like a real Nazi scene, like where people were just, oh, like we will rule and we'll destroy them, and they won't exist anymore. And goodness,
Hail the
Yeah.
Emperor.
and then they
Hail the
kill all
Supreme
those
Leader.
people.
The
Super.
Emperor.
Oh, the Star Killer base. I burped. Do you have the evidence of Star Killer base? Can you present the scene where things are going down and trying to destroy the reactors?
Oh, the ships. Yeah, when they're going to destroy reactors. I think I already showed that picture.
Mm. Mm.
I do have a
Mm.
Death Star and Star Killer base comparison though.
Yes, you should show that.
Alrighty.
Then we can see BB-8's mom and Star Killer base.
Yeah. And that is all my pictures.
Oh, you scrub.
Yeah. We didn't get any more pictures. So sad. Oh,
It's
well,
really
to do.
cold.
No, don't complain
So
about the cold
overall,
on camera.
I wanna talk about a few more things before we end this. If
What
what
else
was your favorite
talk about?
lightsaber of all time? Who was your favorite? First I want to know what lightsaber was your favorite out of like all the movies.
Mine was Darth Maul's lightsaber.
The dual or the double sided.
Double-headed lightsaber. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Yes.
pretty cool.
Yeah.
Jacob, or who's Jacob? Nick. Your middle name is Jacob. I apologize for saying that.
It's all good.
A Nader, who is your what's your favorite lightsaber?
I've always liked that plain old green lightsaber. What was it, Yoda's?
Oh, Yoda's. I think there's a name for it. I can't remember. There is a name for it. I can't remember the name for it, but there's like an actual name for his lightsaber. It's like a shorter version. So, do you just like his lightsaber hilt, or what do you mean by his lightsaber?
I like I've always been my favorite, probably because I've always loved the color green for so long. I've loved that color.
Ah, okay. So I mean, like any green lightsaber, like even Luke Skywalker's or
Yeah, that
Qui-Gon.
really would have worked. Just Yoda came first to mind.
All right. I thought you meant like the short version of a lightsaber, because that's what his is. It's like a shorter version of a regular lightsaber. I can't remember what it's called. A Shoto, that's what it's called. A Shoto. Lightsaber Shoto, and it's like even sounds like it. A Shoto, shorty.
Yeah.
um, Yeah, his was a show. Mine was flat out Kylo Ren's lightsaber. That was the best in my opinion. A lot of people think it's like heavier because of the fact that he has the extra blades on it. I wouldn't think that though. I mean, I think it just looks like that because I don't know.
I don't think it'd be any heavier
I wouldn't
either.
make it the yeah. Because, I mean, even think about it. Why would it be heavier? Like lightsaber, the hilt is the heaviest part of the lightsaber.
Yeah,
The
the other part's light.
yeah, when you the part that actually lights up is practically just I believe like plasma or whatever, and it can't even weigh anything. It's practically weightless. If it does weigh anything, it can't be much. It's probably just like freaking. I don't even know.
It's
I
not
don't even
called a
know what to think.
lightsaber for nothing.
It's probably
They're wielding light.
yeah.
That's what I've always
Mhm.
taken to be. They're literally wielding light.
Yeah.
Brings me back to
Who
thinking
is your
about the
favorite
blade.
Jedi?
Favorite Jedi?
Hmm?
I don't know.
Luke.
I probably have always like Yoda is my favorite. Look, my favorite character of all
I
time.
could tell by the way you chose him first out of everyone.
I like Luke because Mark
Personally-
Hamill's awesome.
He's all right. He's good.
No, he's awesome.
Pretty good. Pretty good.
Pretty good.
I liked personally. I enjoyed. I almost said the wrong name. That would have been horrible. My favorite
Oh, you know.
was. Oh, I know what. You square up.
I said square root.
Oh my God.
Nick, Scotty failed math, so you don't need to.
I
don't
suck
need
at
to,
math.
You
Didn't
don't
even
need to
know.
take square root.
So
into
bad at
this.
math. We're not talking about math though.
Yes, we are now. We're talking about math now.
Jin was one of my favorites,
Who'd you say?
but Qui-Gon Jinn. But I really did like Obi-Wan Kenobi, just because. Oh, I burped again. He really showed how effective he was in the third movie,
Yeah.
or third episode, I should say, not third movie. That confuses a lot of people, so I have to say third episode. Of the prequels, I'd say from the original movies, he really showed his effectiveness in the third movie. He was just kind of, I mean, he just kind of played like a strict leader in the second one. And whereas in the first one, he also showed he was pretty good when he killed Darth Maul by himself.
Got a point.
I think overall, Qui-Gon Jinn was my favorite. Also, Liam Neeson played him, so
I know. I don't know who you are.
Liam Neeson was like one of my favorite actors ever. Who's your favorite dark side bad guy?
I was about to ask that actually.
I had to ask
I've
you
always,
that.
I've always loved Darth Vader. Always.
Kylo Ren steals the cake. Eats the cake from Darth Vader.
What?
Darth Vader has always.
Kylo Ren just ate Darth Vader's cake, okay?
All right.
He eats it. He's the best, in my opinion. You could have your own opinion. I mean, that's what opinions are for, right?
That's there. Are you trying to steal my opinion? Make it so I don't have one?
Yeah, you can't have an opinion near me.
Jeez. See how it is.
Because I have such a guilt complex time there's an eclipse, I think it's my fault.
Oh, well, you're reading those things on my wall.
Nader, who is your favorite Sith?
I said
Bad
Darth
guy.
Vader.
Dark side. Oh, you said Darth Vader. I didn't hear you. My
Yeah.
apologies.
Kylo Ren still Darth Vader's
Personally, Kylo Ren was cool.
awesome.
I didn't have a problem with him. But I mean, he's probably in second place for me. But Darth Maul takes the money for me,
Oh yeah.
just because he was so kick butt, and he should have had more screen time, in my opinion. But he didn't.
He got killed in the first episode.
You know how most bad guys died in their first episodes?
Yeah.
Like, okay, pretty much only 2 of them died in their first episodes. A lot of people, I think, seem to forget General Grievous or General
I
Grievous.
fully has like
Although-
General Grievous.
I wouldn't. He didn't really have the Force though. That's the one thing
General
about him.
Grievous was more of
He
a
just
annoyance.
what?
General Grievous was more of an annoyance.
Why do you say that?
Oh, because he would just ruin everybody's day. He'd pee in everybody's Cheerios. He'd be like,
Oh
I
my
have
God.
400
Hear that, guys? He peeing everyone's Cheerios.
Oh,
They
Jesus.
gave those Cheerios texture.
Oh my god.
Who?
If
Okay,
your pee gives texture, I'm scared.
Out of
Alright.
every main bad guy in the entire Star Wars, everything, all of them, who was your favorite bad guy? That's including all bounty hunters, everything, everyone who had a name.
That alien bounty hunter that died. His first scene the first scene Han Solo was introduced.
Are you kidding me? Greedo?
Yeah.
Why?
Because he was like,
Literally
I
had
want
like
my money. I want my money now. Give me my
5
money.
minutes of time in that.
How do you become
My
your favorite in
favorite-
5 minutes?
God. I don't even. He didn't even. Oh my God. That angers me for some reason. My favorite bad guy throughout everything was probably TR8R. For anyone who doesn't know what TR8R is,
He was a
it's
robot.
No, he's not a robot. It's the stormtrooper in The Force Awakens who says,
Oh,
"Traitor!" And
traitor?
that's the only line in the entire movie. And he kicks Finn's butt.
You think we
He's
covered
my favorite
everything?
bad guy. He
you're a
attacked the traitor. Nobody else would.
you're a traitor.
You think we covered everything?
Yeah,
Oh,
we've
no.
offended everybody.
Yeah.
Are we? If we're going for offensive, I can really do offensive things right now. If that's what we're wishing for.
Okay, let's pee in everybody's Cheerios.
Let's not pee in everyone's Cheerios. Let's just not pee in everyone's Cheerios. I think we're going over 40 minutes here.
Well, YouTube.
Oh, are we now?
Yeah, we're over 40 minutes.
This is gonna be the best 40
Alright.
minutes of comedy anybody's ever heard of.
I think the best 40 minutes of comedy is if we had a completely random thing.
Oh, you want to do that now, huh?
Not in this video.
A random discussion. All right, we can do one of those one of these days. A random discussion. That'll be
That'll be day we pee in everyone's
quite.
Cheerios.
a quite fun time.
That will be a fun time. But I think we covered
All right.
everything.
Yeah, and say that's everything. That matters, at least to us. We don't care about
And
anything else.
nothing else matters.
Well, I think Nick obviously wants to pee in all your
Actually,
guys'
wait.
Cheerios.
One last thing. One last thing.
What?
What would you rate out of 10? The last movie.
Force Awakens?
Yeah. What do you give it its rate?
Give it a 9.
9. All right. Jacob. And Ader, whoever you are. Jesus.
I obviously don't have my own identity here.
Whatever adult alias you're operating under.
You don't get your own
You guys
identity.
know what an alias is, right?
I very obviously do not have my own identity here, guys. They stole it. They gave me random ones. All right.
Identity. All right. What do you give it? What's its rate?
Oh, I would give it a 9.
A 9.
Yeah.
Jesus. I give it a 9.5 out of 10.
There you go. Would you like me
It
to be
was not-
creative and give it a 9.25?
No, because that's not even half.
It's
And in the words of Angry Joe, it gets a badass seal of approval.
All right.
The ending
I'm
was a
not in
little slow.
Now I'm thinking of Borderlands, the Torque campaign.
Oh my god, we already had our Borderlands discussion. That did not go well. It only got like 2 views because nobody cared.
I know, right?
Mm.
Alright, that one was probably a mistake, but you know,
Waste of 30 minutes. That was a waste of my time.
that was probably a waste of both of our time, but you know, we don't need to go back into Borderlands. We won't torture you guys with that.
Yeah, who
I'd
gives a
say-
fudge about Borderlands?
Everyone, we love that game, but nobody wanted to hear a discussion about it.
Yeah.
I will
Oh,
cut
yeah.
you.
Are you saying that you loved our video on it, Nick?
I'm saying that I don't like
I don't
Borderlands.
think he watched it. I don't think he watched it.
He,
Jerk.
jerk.
As soon as I heard, as soon as
I'm gonna go
First
cut you now,
Borderlands.
Nick. I'm gonna go right upstairs and cut you.
I cut you.
I don't know about you, but I go back and watch every video
Do
that
you?
I'm in. I always go back and watch the discussion videos.
I actually don't. I probably should, but I don't.
I like the fact that you put a playlist because then I can have them like playing in the background. I can like hear the dumb things I say and be like, all right, I need to never say that again.
Yeah, got my own discussion video playlist just as well as the
Well-
playlist of every video I have.
Genius.
Yeah. Well,
Hey,
we're near
Video over.
45 minutes,
I'd
guys.
say that's it. I'd say I'm done. I'm saying that's it.
So
don't
I can
have
start saying
anything
offensive
else.
stuff?
No, you can't. Why would we allow you to do that? You're not off camera yet.
Fuck
We
that.
should have an outro for discussion videos, like a good outro, like something snappy to say.
We really should. We're still in the video, though. You want to try it right now?
Fucking hated the movie.
Shh, Nick. Nick, calm yourself. We're still in recording. Jeez. Oh my gosh.
I'm dying right now. That was out of nowhere.
No, it was completely out of nowhere. Alright. Alright, guys.
Shit, I'm going solo. Motherfuckers.
Jesus.
Alright,
Should we try? I think the
that's
video
over
takes the
with.
cake.
The video's over. We're done.
Well,
Done.
goodbye. So, see you next time, guys.
Oh, fuck.
Goodbye.